Yeah, and Passenger Shaming is an account that I follow on Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
Do you follow it?
I don't know.
It's just all airline stuff.
Okay.
Or like bus. It's crazy. The shit that happens on planes is crazy land.
Yeah.
Crazy land.
People are different. People are different humans up there.
Yeah, I mean, just also in the airport.
Yeah.
Like, you get drunk at 6 a.m. No rules. There's no rules in the airport.
Yeah.
But like, if you do happen to find a rule to break, you're in deep, deep trouble. Wake it up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marckie P Show. We have a third edition of Hrly. There he is.
Hey.
There. Wait, do your new little patented deuce. Look at that, you handsome fella. How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. How was your week/weekend?
It was great. Yeah. I was at Memoir on Friday and Scorpion Bar Patriot Place on Saturday.
Nice.
And both were rippers.
Were they headlining shows?
I was opening for Melina at Memoir on Friday.
Yep.
And I headlined Scorpion Bar Patriot Place.
Nice. Which of those two places is your favorite to play?
Honestly, I think the Memoir crowd, actually Memoir and Grand, I've said this before. I think the 11 p.m. to midnight crowd is absolutely my favorite. Or at least so far I've had. I'm sure the midnight to 2 a.m. crowd is also pretty good as well.
Once you're headlining massive DJ and you get to go on at 12:30.
But like, cause they're there to dance, so it's like, you know, you get some people at these other venues that like they're just kind of like standing around, just like hanging out, talking with their friends. But it's like the people that go to Grand and Memoir are actually there to dance. So
have you ever had people like not be on the dance floor, and then there's like 2 or 3 that come to the dance floor, and then you focus your attention on them the whole night? You're just like, you're my people. I'm playing for you tonight.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Because there definitely have been times where it's like, even when I'm playing at Grand and Memoir, people come in and they're kind of all like kind of circled around the dance floor.
Right.
And then there's that one song.
There's always that one song.
Like, we got to go down. And I've kind of like almost got it down to a formula at this point.
Okay.
Where I'll play a lot of like kind of very nice vibey, like Kate Trinata style, like house music of like remixed like hip hop songs and such. Once people start filing in, I'll start playing more like the recognizable pop throwbacks and stuff, like The Great Escape, Gwen Stefani, Take You There, Sean Kingston, like stuff people can sing along to.
What's Sean Kingston doing right now?
I don't know.
Last I saw it, he was on a jet ski with like DJ Khaled getting a ticket in the middle of Miami, like in the ocean. And then like haven't seen anything since.
Checks out. I mean, last time I've heard of him was about 2006.
Yeah, that was the last time he made.
15 years later,
15
who knows
years
what's up. But yeah, that's usually what gets them onto the dance floor. And then once I get them there, I slow it down to Latin, get them nice, the hips moving and such. Then I either speed it up to like EDM and get them going, or I slow it down even more to like hip hop. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have a formula. You have a you have a science. I mean, DJing is a science, man. It's like being able to control BPMs and beat match and make sure that, you know, you're keeping the vibe, right? You are the person that is in control. Yeah, I mean, and you got to like kind of go off of what you're seeing too as well. Like, if I ended up going to Latin music and no one's vibing with it, I'll quickly get away from that and do something else. Yeah, dude, I've been to Latin night at Scorpion Bar. That place is wild. I think we went to Latin night at Scorpion Bar. Oh my God, it was awesome. Whoever's listening to this, Latin night at Scorpion Bar is fire. Yeah. It is so much fun. Like, I go out a lot of times to a nightclub or whatever, and I'm so used to being in nightclubs that they're not necessarily the world's most fun place for me to be because I work in them. But when you go to a restaurant that kind of turns itself into a nightclub and the vibe is completely different than what you're used to. I'm used to hip hop and like electronic music, right? Yeah. Bro, you get in some Noche de Sexo. We're talking about the night of sex. I'm in there. My problem is like, I can't sing along to them because I don't know any of the words. That's on you, bro. You got to learn. You got to get. I took Spanish in high school. You'd think I'd be a little bit better than that. I took French, and that literally has helped me out 0%. 0%. Like they should teach you how to do like actual life shit. Learning Spanish would be a life thing.
but you were terrible at it, I guess.
How about not learning Spanish, but learning Spanish music?
Yeah.
Learning Spanish lyrics.
Yeah. You're going to not learn Spanish today. You're going to learn reggaeton.
You're going to learn J Balvin.
And Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Like, fuck yeah. Like that, I would go back to school for that. Send me to college for that right now.
Yeah.
What else you got to do this weekend? Anything crazy?
I kind of slept a lot.
You did? No, sleeping is good, man.
I know. I don't know why I've been really tired recently.
Nothing
to be concerned with.
But we've been kind of going hard
Yeah.
for the last month, you know? Like Massachusetts opens back up, shows open back up, your podcast producing, you're DJing. I mean, I'm working my venue.
Yeah.
You know, doing all that stuff. It catches up to you, man. And like, let's be honest, we haven't really, the days that we've had off, we haven't really taken them off. You know, get drunk, go bowling. Get drunk, go to Latin night. Get drunk. Like, like what are we doing here? I had a unique opportunity over the week. I was going to a Red Sox game with Blake from Big Night Breaks.
Okay.
And it ended up being a rain out.
Oh, okay.
So they rescheduled the game that was rained out to the next day.
Okay.
And Blake was going to the National Card Show Convention, and he wasn't able to go. Luckily, my brother and his boss had tickets for the same game.
Oh, no way.
On the Green Monster.
Ooh.
Yeah. And they were like, we have one extra ticket. And I was just like, funny that you say that, because the guy that I was going to the Red Sox game with isn't able to go anymore. They're like, you want to come on the Monster? It's like, do I want to come on the Monster? Are you joking me?
Yeah.
Like, that's been a bucket list thing for me since they built the Monster seats. And they're not the world's hardest to get, but they're expensive seats.
Yeah.
Like, I can't spend $1,000 on a baseball game.
Yeah.
I do that already in beer, but like, I don't need to spend the extra $1,000 on a seat. So when they asked, I was like, how do I not do this? There's no matter what was happening, I couldn't turn that down.
Yeah.
Because there's that opportunity might not present itself again. Right?
Yeah.
Unless you're going to pay for it.
Well, until you get #1 podcast.
Yeah.
Then they'll be asking you to come every single game.
Until we shoot a podcast from the top of the Monster.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now we're
just
talking.
Missed your opportunity.
Now we're talking. I know, right? If only you could bring cameras in there. Yeah. The fun thing about going to Red Sox games, though, and also sitting on the Monster, is you're very close to the players, right? And fans nowadays have been getting a little out of control.
Yeah.
But my brother, myself, and Steve, we decided, Steve Dad Life was on here on the show as well. We were like, we're just going to be super positive to all the players.
Nice.
Like we're not yelling at anyone. You make a bad throw, you miss a catch, whatever. We're just going to be nice to you all game.
You're rooting for the sport, not the team.
Yeah, we were just having a blast.
Yeah.
Like, we were just taking out Bud Lights, and we're just like, hey man, great lineup you have down there. Like, talking about the dude's beard lineup, and he would just like turn around and like do a little gaze. Like, are those guys talking about my beard lineup? Like, yes, we are, sir. We love it. We also were doing the left or right game. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah. I was just about to mention that. Yeah.
It's like left hand for tits, right hand for ass. Yeah. Right. Or like left hand for drums and right hand for flats. So we just kept doing that literally all game. And the guy that was in front of us, Gurriel Jr. from the Toronto Blue Jays, he was playing along. Yeah. We have a video of him. We're like, left hand for pizza, right hand for hot wings. Yeah, and he's like thinking about it. And then all of a sudden he turns and he chucks his left hand out. And we were like, let's go. That was like the first one we got. And we were just so excited.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
because they're so bored out there.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, during the All-Star game, they used to, like, mic players up and, like, literally just interview them in the middle of the game. Yeah. Like, no other sport you'd be able to do that.
Yeah, they're like, you wearing underwear today? They're like, yeah, we are. It's like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is an All-Star game. This is how this works. Yeah, they should just mic players up more often, I think.
Yeah. I remember there's an iconic video they had of Mookie Betts. Oh, man. Too soon.
I know.
But they like, because he's an avid bowler, and they like asked him to like just show off his bowling routine in the middle of the outfield in the middle of a game. And then they were asking him to tell the two other, like the right and left fielder, to like do certain things. And he would just like make things up in his head and just be like, oh, they told you to, do something.
That's awesome. Yeah, you just have fun. Like, we were like, we were being so positive,
Yeah.
like yelling funny stuff. Nothing to like would ever warrant anybody being like, those guys are dicks. The guy next to us loved us.
Nice.
He was like, 62-year-old old man just cracking peanuts, chucking them on the ground, just having a blast.
Let's go.
And yeah, that was fun. That was something I get to, and I got to do with my little brother. So sentimental. You get to hang out with your little brother, your boy Steve, drink, sit on the Green Monster. Doesn't get much better.
And it was a nice night that night.
And it was a day game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like a 2:15 start.
Oh.
That same day though, I was also offered the opportunity to go on a Food Network TV show. Yeah. So I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision between Red Sox game with your brother or Food Network TV show. And I was like, oh, man, this is a tough one. Because my family lives on the Food Network TV show. Like, my dad is a big Guy Fieri fan.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing. We just watch. Like, I watch Chopped. If I'm bored or I just need something to watch, I throw on Chopped. And then I, go to my fridge and I'm looking. I'm like, well, I have nothing in here yet. But anyways, this would be a good thing to do.
That's right. I have no food.
Yeah, that's right. I just moved in. I have no food. I have a thing of chicken and like a thing of sauce.
Do you have a couch yet?
Yeah, I got 2 couches.
Oh, let's go.
I got a couch and a love seat.
Let's go. We've been waiting for the couch.
Yeah, we're going to throw an absolute ripper. I can't wait to not get my security deposit back in my
I
apartment.
can't wait to sit on that couch.
Yeah, it's great. It's actually Tyler's couch. It's Tyler's old couch from last week. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, when he found out that I didn't have a couch, he was just like, yeah, I have a couch that you can have.
And that's the reason why we do podcasts.
This is what happens. We loop everything together.
Things from our guests.
yeah. You can't come on my show unless you give me something. I get a pair of sneakers. I got a whole living room set up now. Yeah, so I have a couch. So be prepared for a nice little, ripper.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and in my studio, I'm going to throw an absolute ripper in my studio apartment. No security deposit back. We're just going to piss my neighbors off. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
But I did have the opportunity to go on a Food Network TV show. Hopefully that opportunity presents itself again. Shout out to Gloria and Double Chin and Cass. They were just like, what better person to put on the television and eat lobster mac and cheese than you? And I was just like, I'm going to be on the Green Monster. I have to pass. It was
wow.
Yeah. Imagine that.
I'm sure it'll pop up again.
Imagine having that decision on a Wednesday afternoon. That's what I had to choose, to do.
Yeah. That's insane.
Sucks to be me. Did you win Vax Millions?
I did not.
Me either. I think that's why we're both here. I
barely signed up for it in time, too. I signed up for it. I registered for it the last day.
Dude.
Because I kept forgetting about it.
I was actively looking. I was thinking to myself, I have myself completely, what's the word? There's a word I'm looking for. I am so convinced.
Okay.
So convinced that I'm going to win this vaccine because there's 4 more drawings or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm so convinced that I'm going to win $1 million from this that I've already spent it. It's not that I'm going to be able to quit my job because I won't, because I'm going to spend this $1 million in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun 30 minutes.
What would you buy?
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. No, I would buy a Tesla and then that would probably be it.
I mean, you probably could buy more than a Tesla, right?
Yeah, but I want to see. I want to have 6 numbers in my bank account.
I guess you probably could buy 10 Teslas then.
Yeah,
just to have.
I'm just gonna be Steve. Will do it.
Resale.
Just start giving away Teslas.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start a YouTube channel.
Just to give away Teslas.
Yeah, Marckie P 2, and I just give away Teslas that I won from Vax Millions. That's a lot of Teslas. Yeah, 10 Teslas. Yeah, come on, let's do that. So you didn't win.
No, I did not. No.
That sucks. Would you want to make a pact right now?
Okay. We'll split it.
This is legally binding right here, folks. If you hit Vax Millions, I get 25 grand or a Tesla.
Fair.
How about this?
And vice versa.
How about this? If you hit, I'll buy you a Tesla. If I hit, if you hit, you buy. The English language is hard, folks. If
I win $1 million, you also buy me a Tesla.
Yeah. I'm screwed either way. If I win, I'll buy you a Tesla. If you win, you buy me a Tesla.
That's fair. I like that.
We are contractually these camera systems.
Yeah.
That's great. Black on black on black on black on black on slate black rims. Everything just like my soul.
Yeah, it's gonna get nice and toasty in the summer.
That's fine. I think you can put on a mode, like the dog mode, that will constantly run your AC at a certain temperature.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen that?
No.
It's the screen. If you have your dog in your car, it's the big screen that has all your functions for your Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
If you put it in dog mode, it leaves the AC on to like a certain temperature, circulates the air, does the whole thing. But it also says, don't worry, my owner left the car on for me. Like it has a prompt that tells you,
wow,
like, hey,
that's pretty smart.
I'm not leaving a hot dog in a car like an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Tesla's way ahead of the game. But look at that. If one of us wins, the other one gets a Tesla. And then we'll do an unveiling on this show. I'm convinced that one of us is going to win.
Okay.
I am complete.
Do you know how many people have registered? I think
don't
it was
know.
like
I mean,
couple
million.
10. Yeah. I'm not going to spit out a number because I feel like it's going to be incredibly wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say
a few million.
Yeah.
It's going to be a couple million people, right? But like, it's a better chance at winning $1 million through just your own state than trying to play like the Mega Millions where there's 50 million people that play.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they pick the person. I don't like.
It's weird that there was like no verification that you had to like get back, like, because they
just ask you which one you have, and then
I don't know if maybe like if you win it, then they like check in their system to see if you actually got vaccinated.
Maybe.
So like, hey, someone might win who hasn't actually vaccinated.
Wow.
You'll have to revoke it.
Oh yeah, keep revoking until you get to me.
Yeah.
Like just figure out a way to get me this $1 million.
Yeah.
Hrly needs a car, and I need the rest of the stuff. You know what I mean? But
I just don't know where they're coming up with this money.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all grants. It's just free money. Like the government can just print money. The government can literally just press a button and it just starts printing hundreds out. Like I wish I had that opportunity in like the comfort of my studio apartment.
Yeah.
You know, just start
like.
They're offering like $100. Probably not. Probably not sustainable at all. Like they're offering $100 to people to get vaccinated now, which is fucking crazy land.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy land.
I guess I should have waited a couple months and I'd be $100 richer.
No, we're glad you didn't wait.
It at a sorry being proactive about it.
Yeah, sorry I was being proactive. With that being said, go get vaccinated.
Yeah.
We don't want to have to wear masks anymore. You know? Let's get past this.
Yeah.
Delta's not a good airline anyways. Like, we don't need things. Well, I guess you'd name it after a terrible airline, but
the Spirit.
the Spirit variant. Oh God. Oh, we're just down the rabbit. They're gonna call the CDC is gonna call me in 5 minutes to be like, oh, you got a new name?
The Ryanair variant.
Yeah. They're just gonna start just naming things after shitty airlines, but not JetBlue because JetBlue gives you free snacks and movies. So like,
I'm also. This is kind of going on a tangent.
Oh no.
I'm kind of shocked that you can get cable television on flights. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I feel like, is it like live though? I think it might just be like recycled seasons of shows.
I remember I was on a flight and I was able to watch like March Madness games.
Really?
On flight, yeah, on ESPN.
That is okay.
It was insane.
I always thought that that was like a pre-recorded, but
maybe, and I'm just too stupid to realize it was like the year before. It's like, wait a second, it's October. Why is it March Madness going on right
It's
now?
like March Madness in November.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we should try to get it. If anybody knows anyone that's a flight attendant, let us know. I have.
Emmanuel from Those Girls You Know used to be a flight attendant.
She did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have her on. We've got some flight attendant stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Let's learn all the nitty gritty.
Yeah. And Passenger Shaming is an account that I follow on Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
Do you follow it?
I don't know.
It's just all airline stuff.
Okay.
Or like bus. It's the shit that happens on planes is crazy land.
Yeah.
Crazy land.
People are different. People are different humans up there.
Yeah. I mean, just also in the airport.
Yeah.
Like you get drunk at 6 a.m. No rules. There's no rules in the airport.
Yeah.
But like if you do happen to find a rule to break, you're in deep, deep trouble.
Do you drink before flights? Usually? Or
it depends. It depends. I've never drank before ever. Sometimes
I don't think I'd be able to. I think I would, like, especially with turbulence and stuff. I'd just be like,
yeah, turbulence doesn't bother me. I don't really get.
But it's also like, what's the point? That's kind of what I think. It's like I'm just sitting in a chair.
It's nerves though. There's like a lot of people get crazy amounts of nerves, and then they're like, well, I know that if I fire down a couple of vodka sodas, that the nerves will kind of go away.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily drink to go on a plane because I'm scared.
Yeah.
I love planes. I think planes are fantastic. I just drink because I'm like, well, fuck it. Like, I'm in the airport going on vacation. Like, let's start now.
True.
Let's start now.
But then you just got to sit in a chair for like 6 hours.
Yeah, but then you just have them keep bringing you drinks.
It's true. Okay.
That, and you can fly with airplane bottles, like the little nips.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were cracking down on that.
You can fly with a bag.
Oh.
A bag full. Like,
color me intrigued.
Yeah, like, I mean, don't shotgun a beer. Did you see the kid that shotgunned a beer on the flight?
I did not.
And then he went to go shotgun the beer like an absolute idiot. And it sprayed the guy behind him. And then that guy behind him got pissed off. And then the kid got kicked off the plane. Like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Just do this. Drink. Get on the plane. Maybe have a couple more if you feel like it.
Yeah.
And just fly.
Yeah.
Just go to your tropical destination.
Yeah.
Don't try to shotgun a goddamn Bud Light on Spirit Air.
Well, also, based off that story, it sounds like the plane hadn't even taken off yet.
Yeah, it was on the ground. It was just, it's like, it's still taxiing.
So it's like, you definitely don't want to start off with that impression to your seat neighbors.
Yeah, it's probably a bet. I mean, he probably saw this kid walking in with his khakis and his polo and being like, oh, this
Supreme
kid.
shirt and Ray-Bans.
No, this kid was like a yacht club kid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, he just looked like a stereotypical frat boy.
Yeah, actually.
And then
I just grabbed the wrong person.
And then, got yoked out of the plane by a security guy. So last week we talked about the Olympics and my new favorite phrase, the revenge bender.
Yep.
Bunch of athletes just got in trouble because they threw a rager in a park. Like, a bunch of the Olympians got in trouble. They threw a rager in a park because they broke protocol, weren't allowed to go drink in the park. They were like trying to cut down drinking and having sex in the Olympic, and they all got in trouble. And they were drinking with an official, and then the official got injured.
What?
Yeah, there's just pandemonium happening right now at the Olympics. Pandemonium.
But that's one of the things. It's like, it's human nature. It's like, if you're told not to do something, it's immediately what you want to do. It's like, all the restrictions just make it so much worse.
Yeah, if you just don't tell anybody anything.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they've instituted so many rules, and I get it. The COVID protocol stuff, they don't want people getting sick, even though people are still getting sick at the Olympics.
Yeah.
At this point, like, they're athletes that are not, they're not competing anymore, but they stay in the Olympic Village until the end.
Yeah.
So it's like, they're not really hurting anybody but themselves at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just I don't know where the injury came from. I was reading it and I was just like, they're like, official injured. I'm like, did he drink too much and like sprain his ankle, or like, what's the vibe here? Because it didn't like let on anything else.
Yeah.
It's like, what classifies as an injury? Was he just yakking? Because if that's the case, every night I go out and I fucking turn up too much and I get home, I'm just putting myself on the DL. I'm injury reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're doing exactly the same thing I talked about last week. They are going on revenge benders.
Yeah. Well, it's like, what do you expect? These like countries and like athletes are winning medals, like putting their all into all these competitions. What are you going to do? Just go back home and watch Netflix? It's like, no, you want to celebrate.
Yeah. You're like, no, I want to turn up,
yeah,
bro,
exactly.
with the most beautiful athletic human men and women in the world.
Yeah. Running
around a village. Like, yeah, I'm turning up.
Yeah.
You find me a nice bottle of Tito's, some tequila. We're going for a ride. Like, that's it. Like, you win, like you just said, you win these medals, and they expect you to just sit down in your room and have a nice slice of pizza for yourself, read a book, break out your Kindle.
Yeah. Well done on that gold, and I'll see you home.
Yeah, pretend you've been there before, and take your flight home. It's like, no. This is not how this works.
Yeah.
I've got some champagne hidden underneath my bed, and we're going to go for a rager.
Especially because this has been delayed a year, too.
Yeah, good point. A lot of pent up
celebrations.
I would like to have a pent up celebration this weekend.
Yeah.
In my furnished apartment.
Let's go.
So I have a little bit of a bone to pick here with some things that are happening. Simone Biles is taking a ton of heat because she withdrew herself from competition.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's justified heat because it's literally split 50-50. There's people that are like, she gave up on her team. She gave up on her country. She quit. She can't handle the pressure, all this other shit. And you're like, she's the single greatest Olympian to ever live.
Yeah.
She has nothing to prove. She has nothing to prove to anyone, right? So why are you mad at her for withdrawing herself from the competition when she mentally could not do it, right? She admitted that she was going through some mental health stuff. And there's something that happens in gymnastics. It's called the twisties. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
I'm not, no.
So the twisties is when you're doing a stunt, like doing a flip, something like that. You lose your sense of where you are in the stunt while you're in the air.
Ooh.
And you have no idea how you're going to land.
Yikes.
Right? So imagine going through some of the most difficult things in the world, doing a double backflip or, they have tons of names for all this stuff, and I'm not going to try to butcher them, but going through a stunt like that when you're in the air, full speed, right? You're not doing this half-ass, you're an Olympian. And then losing your train of thought or your train of how I'm going to land this in the middle of the air.
Yeah.
That's how you die. Like, that's how you paralyze yourself.
No, I mean, yeah.
Like
that's mental health that could be affecting physical health.
Right. And there's other things that have happened with her outside of gymnastics, but still in the realm of gymnastics, that have weighed on some mental stuff for her that she was talking about. But you can't just say the greatest Olympian has given up on her team, her country, because she backs out of a few events. Not all of them. Like, literally right before I came in here, I think she's doing the uneven bars, I think, or something like that. She's doing one more event. She's coming back for one last event. But with that being said, I've seen people online saying, "Oh, hey, she's taking medals away from her team. She's taking, she's being selfish." It's like her team, she removed herself.
Yeah.
And one of the girls, Suni Lee, wins a gold, right?
Yeah.
Which was rightfully going to be Simone Biles because she's a badass. Like, the rest of her team has been medaling. If anything, she gave these girls an opportunity to really showcase their skills without being overshadowed by Simone Biles.
That's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
So good for Simone Biles. Like,
also, why would that be the narrative at all? Why would she be trying to sabotage her own team?
Dude, the shit that people have said is crazy. And the Olympics kind of failed her a bit because the Olympics did this thing where, so Simone Biles does some stunts that only Simone Biles can do.
Okay.
They're too dangerous. There's too much stuff going on. But she nails these specific elements.
Mm-hmm.
But the Olympics, on the scale of how they rate things, decided that they weren't going to grade those to the standard of this is the craziest shit ever.
Yeah.
What they did was they downgraded it so that if somebody wanted to try it, they could meet her specification. It's a weird thing.
Huh.
Right.
Yeah.
So that my friend Heather goes, it's like saying Tom Brady throws a pass for a touchdown and it's worth 6 points.
Yeah.
Right. But instead, because you're Tom Brady, it's worth 4 points.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can do it. No,
because you can do it and nobody else can. So we're going to penalize you because you're so good at what you do that you how do you win? So what do? You just do the same thing that everybody else is doing?
That's so ridiculous.
Well, you train to be the best. You train to be innovative. You train to be literally out of reach from everybody else.
Yeah.
LeBron, Michael.
Like, where's the motivation to get better if you're constantly just going to get put on the same playing field as everybody else?
Right. So she's doing all of these stunts, and they're not giving her scores. They would not be giving her scores that she would deserve.
Yeah.
Which is wrong. That is wrong.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't weigh into your mental, I've trained my whole life for this. I've trained the last 4 years to do this one specific thing that nobody else can do. And I know that it'll win me a gold medal. And then they say, well, we don't know. We don't know if it'll win you a gold medal because we can't rate it that high.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is willing to try it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, literally fuck you. Bad. Like, that, it aggravates me. And it's pissed me off all week. The whole thing has really upset me because you just can't tell athletes that spend their whole life doing something that they're wrong. Like, there was memes that are like, people. The guy that's sitting on the couch that refused to mask up has no right to tell this girl anything.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things going on in this situation of just disrespect to her, but she's coming back. She's gonna do one more event, and good for her for withdrawing and everybody else for winning. It's like,
yeah,
like the team seems to have done just fine without her.
Yeah.
Right. But then I saw this.
Oh.
Then I saw this. Novak Djokovic the other day, Thursday, when asked about, and I'm gonna read this from my phone.
Okay.
When asked about Simone Biles, Novak Djokovic replied, "Pressure is a privilege. If you are aiming to be at the top of the game, you better start learning how to deal with the pressure and how to cope with those moments." Sir, you're gonna need to sit down. You're just gonna have to have a seat. Saturday, Novak Djokovic loses his cool, throws a racket over 5 rows into the seats, breaks a second racket, throws it into the photographer pit, then withdraws from competition, essentially stealing a bronze medal away from his mixed tennis partner. That is the problem. That is the problem. You were that right there. What I just read is the issue.
Yeah.
It's a double standard, right? Novak Djokovic can do that, steal a medal from his mixed, like.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing. That's incredibly hypocritical.
She did not steal anything from her. They won.
Oh, true.
They went on to win,
yeah.
right? She gave them an opportunity.
Yeah.
There was not an opportunity there. That's an opportunity lost, right? And you're a hypocrite. But people are not willing to torch him for that, but they're willing to take it out on the world's greatest Olympian. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Indeed.
Like we need to stop. We need to stop criticizing athletes in the way that we do.
We need to stop expecting so much from them as well. It's like they're human beings.
They're human beings. You can't expect you ask them a question. I mean, this goes back to like people telling LeBron to shut up and dribble, right? It's like they have a voice as well.
Yeah.
Just because you spent $68.50 on his jersey and you spent $100 on going to the game and you love him, that doesn't mean you get the right to really, really criticize.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're people, right? They're people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They're moms and dads, they're brothers and sisters, right? You have to realize that what they go through is so much different than what we go through. If I walk outside right now, there's not anybody outside with a camera. There's not throngs of people waiting for my autograph yet. But it's like their life is so different than the average person. The average person can't just start spewing off. And like reporters, I get it. That's what they do. They do the clickbait thing. They go right for the jugular when it comes to trying to get people to watch or trying to get people to buy papers or get click-throughs on their website. It's like, I understand that. But at the end of the day, you have to live with that. And if that athlete decides to hate you forever because you just ruined their life for a fucking click-through, like
there's reason to it.
You're a piece of trash.
Yeah.
Right? Like there was a video of LeBron the other day at an Usher concert. Some fan walks up, throws his phone in his face to try to get video of LeBron. LeBron like gives him a nudge, pushes him away. And it was like, oh my God, LeBron pushed the fan. It's like athletes and celebrities have like a personal space, just like you and I.
Yeah.
Right? Don't get in my personal space or their personal space, right? Like, we're in such a weird time frame where nobody has done anything over the last 15 months. And now everybody's just a fucking free-for-all with what you say, with what you do, with anything. And it's like, we need to reel it back in.
Yeah.
Reel it back in. Like, Simone Biles is a bad motherfucker. She's doing triple backs, double things, a bunch of words I can't say. She has her own move named after her. And we have the greatest athletes in the world that have to deal with this crazy shit. And I needed to get that rant off my chest.
Yeah.
I needed to. Because I've had athletes on the show that talk about how much mental they go through, you know? And like, you you feel for them because they apply more pressure to themselves than you could ever.
Yeah.
Right? Or somebody from the outside could ever do it. And then you add that pressure and you crack sometimes, you know? And good for Simone Biles. And I hope she wins. I hope that after this is done, she wins a gold medal. And then on the podium, just flips the bird. Just like, this one is for you. And then she retires and then she's the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That'd be great.
It'd be fucking great. But that was my rant. I needed to get that off my chest. I've had a long week with thinking about this. I've had athletes on my show. I've played sports. I get the pressure. But at the end of the day, we just have to care for each other, you know? Don't apply too much pressure. Spend some time at home. Spend some time with your family. You know, really just, we live in a different time. Live in a different time. You know, we talk about this all the time. You know, wear a mask if you have to wear a mask. Go get vaccinated. Let's just get back to normal life, right?
Yes, please.
Let's get back to normal life. Let's do our thing. You know, tell your friends and your family you love them, you appreciate them. And, yeah, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Until next week, like,
Party at Mark's house
subscribe,
this weekend.
Party at my house this weekend. No, I'm working this weekend. During the week. Party at my house during the week.
Let's do it.
I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I went on a little bit of a tangent there at the end with that rant, but I think it needed to be said. And
of course,
new merch coming soon. Revenge Bender merch is coming soon. Do all the fun stuff. Till next week. Peace.